Welcome to another episode of the Popko Project podcast. And today I am joined by Ray Meoni and
Hello.
Kyle. I forget your last name, Kyle.
Johnson.
Kyle Johnson. That's easy. Kyle is sitting in for Laura.
That is true.
From Riot Squad Media. Ray, Diavolo booking, and we're here to talk about Skalidays coming up December 20th at the Ritz Theater in downtown Scranton. Annual event, right?
Yeah, it's this is the fourth year.
Fourth year.
Right? Yeah, fourth year.
Bigger and better than ever?
This year, yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited about this year, especially the bands that we got, bringing Catch 22 and Folly in this area.
Don't get ahead of this. Let's not get ahead of the game here, Ray.
All right, well.
He's an excited boy.
I am.
You should be. I mean, this is doing a festival type of thing. It's not a festival, but an annual event. Obviously, I'm sure it's growing every year, and it's quite an undertaking to continue to, book bands and work with the venues and all that kind of stuff. So, talk to me a little bit about Skalidays becoming an annual tradition. This is the fourth year, and how has it evolved from the very first one to what we're seeing this year?
So from the very first year, I only did it in a 60 cap room. I didn't know what I was doing. That was at Keystone Stage in Oliphant.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was doing at the time, so I was just like, let's do 7 bands at 8:00 at night. That will work. And that was a bad idea. So over the years, just doing the festival, I got better at when to put it on. And then everywhere else that I did it at over the years, it was just a bigger place that I was able to get it into, which was great. So being at the Ritz this year is definitely one of the biggest things that I've done year to date. And I can't thank, Laura enough for joining me on this, because 99% of this would not happen without her. So.
Yeah, talk about the team behind Skalidays. So, Ray, we explained that to you. You own a company called Diavolo Booking. There is a podcast with Ray. I forget what number episode that was, but you can go back in the archives and find that to learn more about Ray and what that's all about. But real quick, brief synopsis of, that venture, and then we'll get into Kyle, who's involved with Riot Squad Media, and kind of how you guys work together to get this rolling. Yeah. Ray, the Diavolo booking. Talk a little bit about that.
So I've been doing Diavolo booking for a little while now, probably coming up on about 5 years now. It's fun. Definitely promoting has its ups and downs with it from what I've gathered, but it's just something I like to do. I like keeping the idea of having shows in Scranton, still alive for the most part, without needing to go into like any bar or anything. Just try to do shows anywhere I possibly can. But now that I feel that I'm at a point where I want to start bringing in bigger and bigger acts, and trying to have some of the local bands in this area, take advantage of getting to play with these bigger acts.
Okay, and you teamed up with Kyle and Riot Squad Media.
Yes.
Kyle, what do you guys kind of focus on?
So, from my perspective of Riot Squad Media, Riot Squad Media was mostly founded to throw the Camp Punksylvania Music Festival. It is female managed and owned music festival and media company, with most of the focus behind punk rock music. So yeah, I mean the team up. I mean, Laura has been to every single one of the Skalidays, I think, right?
Yeah.
And I think Ray approached her last year and asked, like, how do I just make this bigger? Like, how do I go about gaining a national on the bill, and how do I go about actually marketing this project? And it's when she just pretty excitedly hopped in on the opportunity to help them.
And Ray, how exciting was that for you to kind of get some of that experience as like a team member of this whole thing?
Oh, it's awesome. Just to kind of learn everything that actually needs to be done with running a bigger show is definitely a lot different than what I'm used to.
And was there a moment early on where you were like, wow, Skalidays might be able to be a thing like an annual event like it has become?
Yeah. After I think the second year that I did it and I had a completely packed out room, that's when I first looked at it and just saw this was something that could just take place every year and just be a really big festival.
So you started out at the Keystone stage as a 60 cap room. Where was year two?
Year two was at Clerky's Billiards in Scranton, up the street from the V Spot.
And where was year three?
And year three was at the St. Mary's Center. And that was pretty much downtown. So
this
we're
is
really just moving over a block.
So getting the Ritz is a pretty big deal.
Yeah. For me, that was definitely a goal to actually have it in there.
And that's is that 800?
Close.
As 7, I believe.
7.
7.
So you got to pack the place, right?
Yeah, that's the idea.
We're trying.
Yeah, I mean that's quite a jump, but that's awesome.
I think if anything, the jump from St. Mary's to the Ritz has simplified a lot for you as well.
That's true.
Like watching Ray over the years, like learn more and more about what actually goes into not just booking the shows, but he's booking these empty rooms that have no production. He's got to, he's got to, pay for that. He's got to bring in PA, lights, techs, all of those things. And Ray's always done this thing almost completely alone. With the help of Justin and Teresa supplying PA and all that stuff. I just saw a lot of stress in your eyes when it came down to game day. And I think the Ritz took a lot of all of that kind of things away. You could just kind of focus on the bands, focus on the attendees, and focus on promoting.
Ray, what does it mean to you? Like, you're trying to get this off the ground. Kyle just mentioned there's a lot of stress in your eyes. I imagine people like surrounding you kind of saw this and were like, yeah, let's get on board with this. Let's get behind it and support Ray. He's doing a cool thing. Like, how cool was that for you to kind of gain that support from, people that maybe you didn't think were that into it?
Oh, it's definitely, definitely a wake up call. I feel like half the people that want to help me just don't want to see me going into an anxiety ridden heart attack. I think that's really what it is, especially what happened last year. So
what happened last year?
So last year, that was bad. Pretty much everything that could go wrong, except for production wise, everything else was going wrong. Like it was hard to manage door, and then it was just
he was just stressing out.
Yeah, it was just myself.
It went really well, if you ask me. Really well. I did yell at him.
Yeah,
but besides that, it went really well.
Well, you're going to be your own worst critic, right?
In a way, yeah. I think it's like Kyle definitely hit the nail on the head with, I basically run this festival by myself for the most part, besides, Justin, Teresa, and even Kyle helping out. Everything else I do, which is crazy, but
they're your emotional support group.
Yeah.
Your sisters helped a lot over the years as well with the digital assets and helping getting the vendors, and you've had a pretty good group for you.
Kyle just listens to me to bitch all the time though.
Emotional support. We need that.
That's yep.
And for anyone listening to this and they've never heard about Skalidays, what is Skalidays in your own words, and what makes it different from just another show?
It's ska music. So I mean, there's not a lot of places, really even booking ska bands, except for like if you're going anywhere in this area, it's like Philly, New Jersey, you would go there. That's just something that I like. I really like ska. I always gravitate towards to it. So for me to even just do any kind of festival in general, this was the genre for me to do because it was just something that I really like to do. I mean, as far as anyone just getting into it, it's just I think it's like one of the easier genres to get into if you look at all of them. And then it's like even just going to the shows, it's just like very high energy. It's just
fun.
It's a fun place to be. Yeah, that's really what
let
it
me
is.
let me answer the what is Skalidays from the outside perspective.
Sure. Yeah.
Skalidays for a lot of people that I know is like the annual get together.
That's right.
Like the working class stiffs always drive down from Buffalo, New York for this. The One Nows are always driving in from Reading. The Riot Squad people are always rent out a whole hotel block, throw a massive party in this hotel every single year. Like this is like the holiday get together for so many of like really close friends. Every year there's always like an adoption of even more friends into this like little group. It's definitely just become like an annual holiday get together for a lot of people.
I love the name.
It's a good one.
It is.
Can you take credit for that, Ray? Skalidays?
Jess actually came up with that one.
I believe it.
Mine was gonna be Skamis, but
I'm really happy she took
Yeah,
it over.
I'm glad she kind of stepped in.
I like Skamis. I still like Skamis.
Thanks, Jess.
Yeah, I mean, Skamis, that wouldn't work.
No.
Sorry, Ray.
I'm
Thank
not
you,
saying
Jess,
I have
for-
great ideas.
Hey, you're trying. That's more than half of what other people do.
That's
Yeah.
a word.
Yep.
Skamis.
No, it's true.
That sounds like
Skamis.
Skamis. I don't know like some kind of disease.
I guess
He's got Skamis.
It does. It sounds painful, kind of like a rash.
Like a rash, yeah. Something like you did something wrong with the wrong person, and you got Skamis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Skamis.
Good job, Jess, for stepping in and fixing that. Well, it's cool too, because the ska, the punk, the alternative scene, it's like a big community, like you guys just said. It's kind of everyone gets together. How does Skalidays continue that legacy here in NEPA? How does it continue to embrace the community and keep that all together?
All right. Well,
It
I
just
mean,
happens.
I guess ska has always been about community more than anything. Otherwise, that shit would have died completely in the 90s.
Yep.
Mhm.
I think that a lot of the people who are still listening to a lot of ska, still living, breathing that kind of lifestyle, is also completely community driven to like any regard.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
It's kind of what it's all been about from the beginning of the genre. And I think like especially around here, like there's only so many people that you see that come out to all these shows every single time, but I mean every single one of them are friends. Every single one of them are excited to go to these shows. They know who they're running into. They know they're having a great time. And I think that's what it's really mostly about.
Yeah, those
And
genres
it's,
really just kind of just they just it's just a big supportive group.
Mhm.
As far as the attendance for these shows, Is that a lot of people from northeastern Pennsylvania, or are you seeing a lot of people come out of town? I know you mentioned Buffalo and things like that, but I mean,
I've seen more
as of
town.
right now, it's a lot of people, mostly from out of town.
that's amazing.
Yeah. Not to say it doesn't have its place in NEPA, but it's definitely slowing down quite a bit. I think a lot of your more stereotypical punk and ska kids are, have always lived a lifestyle. Today's economy makes it very hard
Mhm.
to come out to these kind of things. So I think a lot of what we're seeing ticket sale wise is definitely not coming out of Scranton, surprisingly enough.
We need to change that.
Yeah, we're trying.
We're always complaining. There's nothing to do here. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, I know.
And we got guys like you and girls like you, not president, but like Laura and things like that. But no, but like, you're bringing and not only is it an event that's held annually, but this is also I don't want to say tourism to our area, but to a degree, right?
Right. 100%.
Yeah.
And I think in that regard, like, I think that people of our area should support these things more. Especially for the sake of just bringing new people into our area for the first time.
What do you think that is? Is there just a lack of fans of this style of music, or what do you think it is?
I'll tell you. So for this show, what we're seeing the most is direct competition for the genre. Like, I mean, there's only so many people who listen to this sort of thing, still follow this kind of music, and kind of pick the right weekend to have it, because we have like Goldfinger and Suicide Machines in Philly the night before, and then we have Streetlight Manifesto playing in Starland in New Jersey the same day. So trying to throw a Catch-22 show on the same day as a Streetlight has been a little tough, but
Streetlight has also played the same day of Skalidays
every year. All 4 years. I know, it's crazy.
Every single year.
I think there is enough of the scene. Like, we're seeing with a lot of the Riot Squad media shows, we are seeing, like, I mean, camp every year, people are flying from different countries, almost coming from every 50 state, like all 50 states. You're seeing people travel for the music they love. The first circuit breaker we did was in Boston a couple months ago, and we were seeing ticket sales coming from all over the country, people flying in for that kind of thing. So, like, it's tough. It is definitely a very small demographic, but the community is still strong.
Passionate.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
They're passionate. Yeah. I saw Circuit Breaker Presents, and then you just mentioned Circuit Breaker. What is that exactly?
So, following camp,
and then you keep saying camp, and for people who don't know, it's
Camp Pennsylvania.
Camp Pennsylvania, which that's been. Is that a traveling thing? I know it happens in Scranton, but is that
it used to happen in Scranton?
Right.
It used to happen in Scranton. We did a couple years in Scranton. But after some wild things that happened at the Circle Drive-In, we are no longer there. But so now we're in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, right up by like Broadheadsville.
Okay.
About an hour away from Scranton. It is just a single weekend every year.
Okay.
But then following that, Laura decided she was going to take on more of a day festival kind of thing with Buffalo Ska Fest, which I think is now it just finished its, I want to say 4th year. I'm probably wrong. It's either 4th or 5th year. And it is sold out every single year. So she's now kind of broadening that day festival thing and out into a lot more markets with her circuit breaker day fests. So like right now we're trial and erroring. We did Boston. That was fantastic. We're going to do Scranton 2026 is looking pretty hot with like Ohio, New York, Maryland, quite a lot of dates. And if I could see the future, I believe that might become more of a touring festival than anything.
And so Circuit Breaker is the engine that kind of,
I would say, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And then I think that's a lot of the team up decision for Skalidays came from Ray having his date booked, and then Laura was also working on a circuit breaker for Scranton that she wanted to start trying to do annually. And I think it started with like the Suicide Machines talking to her about routing for a tour.
Yeah.
Came around December and she didn't want to step on toes. And at that point, you guys were already kind of talking about trying to get help for Skalidays.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it kind of decided like this year, going to merge it, make it like Circuit Breaker, Skalidays with, you know, kind of best of both worlds with all of that.
Cool. Well, let's talk about the lineup. Pretty stacked, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned Catch-22 a few times. That's a good get.
It's exciting. It is exciting. It is pretty cool.
Yeah, so we have Catch-22, Folly, Keep Flying, love that band. Stop the Presses, the What Nows, the Chemical Imbalance. Am I missing any?
Yeah, we have Pink Slip, the Working Class Stiffs, and the What Nows.
So you said
did you say the What Nows?
I did.
Stop the Presses.
Okay, Stop the Presses. That's it. Yeah.
I said them too. How dare you?
Did you?
There's so many bands. There's too many
There's
bands.
tons. Yeah, it's great.
I yell at him every single year and tell him there's too many bands, and then it's still
do like 12 bands.
No.
Yeah, it'll happen.
It's a lot of set changes.
It's too many.
I just like to make Kyle's job a lot harder than it needs to be.
Is there a benefit to having a lot versus maybe 3 or 4?
If you're looking at quality over quantity, but I love all these bands that are playing, and it's just like it's more the reason why I like so many bands on the lineup is like I want to give everyone like a bang for their buck, especially around the time of Christmas. That's just like my mindset with everything going on. So for me, it's hard to just narrow down a lot of bands that I just like to having only like 4 or 5 bands on the lineup where I just want to overstack the bill to almost every band that I love.
Yeah.
I tell you, like, it's definitely like a part of trying to do anything of like real substance in Scranton too. Like if this show is just like a Catch-22 show with like a couple local openers, it's I don't really have an answer to why, but Scranton doesn't, like, the numbers don't perform. Stacking a couple nationals, couple regionals, and then start hitting locals, I think it just drives people and entices more people to like come out for the opportunity to see them all in one place. And I think that was kind of the idea for this year. Definitely like the like addition of having Folly.
I love that Folly.
Yeah, we know.
This is all about Ray.
It's all about Ray. But it's definitely like it just kind of like had to happen. You kind of have to see, like, you have to stack the bills in this area.
And why these bands? I mean, what was the philosophy behind getting these bands? And talk about Catch-22 and getting them.
So Catch-22 was on my list. I was originally going to get by myself before this merge was going to happen with Riot Squad and myself. They were on the list to get this year. I love Catch-22. They're just like one of the bands that, I first got into ska with. So putting them on one of the first lineups that I was going to start with, putting nationals on is no brainer for me. And then as far as Folly on the lineup, Folly's definitely a big hit, especially when I first got to see them.
Laura threw Folly on because you are the biggest fangirl of that band that anyone has ever seen. That was a nod from her. Like that was like a gift. Like, here you go, buddy. Here's your Folly.
Love that.
So is this like a benefit for Ray Meoni? Is that what this is?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
It's the last time I'm going to be able to have, fun at a show for a while. So
Why is that?
I just
There's a baby in this belly.
You have a baby in that belly?
in my belly. Yeah. No, no, I'm having a baby in June.
You are?
Yes.
You're having the baby?
I am having a baby.
You're physically having the baby?
Person.
It's in there.
It's
It's in there.
I saw that on social media. It's official.
It's official, yeah. It was definitely hard to keep, any kind of quietness on that entire situation because we wanted to use that zinger, Sweet Baby Ray.
Sweet Baby Rays.
Sweet Baby Rays. But yeah, so this is definitely going to be like a show that is going to probably be the last show that I'm going to be able to actually have a lot of fun on because I can't afford to get hurt at shows anymore. So
I was going to say, Ray,
this
you're
one.
not going to die when you have a kid.
No, but I'm stupid at shows. So there's the toss.
Define stupid at shows.
I broke my hand the last show that I went to.
Oh, Jesus. What were you doing?
And then I was dancing at a show. And I broke my hand. And then that was rough. Being out of work, not getting paid for
He's still gonna have fun.
It's a different kind of fun, right?
It's a different kind of
it's a
fun.
different fun, yeah. I just won't be able to.
This might be the only show you get to in an annual event. This might be it. This might be like, listen, hey, I'm all on board and being a dad and being a supportive partner, but this one time a year is when
I was told I get two. I got Camp Pennsylvania and then I got this show. So
That's pretty good.
I was told that I got.
See, this
I got
gives
two.
you more of a reason to go bigger and better every year now.
yeah, you gotta make some money, Ray.
Mhm.
They can't get mad if you're doing
Yeah,
something
that's right.
to make some money. They can't get mad about that.
That's seriously as long as my daughter's been alive. That's been my excuse.
What?
I'm getting paid to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not just out there, breaking your hand. You're out there getting paid now.
Yeah, kind of.
So now you just set the bar real high for next
That's
year.
right.
It's true. Great. So now what do we do for next year? We'll do.
Let's get through this year.
Just get Street Light. They already play on the same day, anyways.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. Back to the bands. Talk a little bit more about those that lineup.
So what did we say? Catch 22, Folly.
Folly.
Keep Flying. Keep Flying is.
This is their second Skalidays.
This is their second Skalidays. I love Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Henry, I've known for a very long time. He used to be in a ska band called Survey Says.
That's right. He used to play up here a lot.
He did.
He's actually very stoked about returning to Skalidays. He had a lot of fun last time.
All day.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. I love when people tell me that, that they actually enjoy Skalidays.
That's right.
It's also really funny to have at Camp Pennsylvania people come up and tell me about Skalidays as
That's
if
right.
I don't know about it.
That's right.
We
We have Stop the Presses. That's really cool.
Presses, yeah. They played Buffalo Ska Fest.
Mhm. Your
my
sister had them there for the punk rock flea market, and they were
My band played with them.
they were incredible.
Yeah.
They were super, super, super tight. Good crowd reaction.
Chemical Imbalance.
They're fine.
That's a band you're in.
That's right.
Love the plug for your band.
This is our
Second year.
fourth year.
No, you didn't play the first year.
Yeah. No, not the first year. Oh, this is 4 years. So this is our third year.
Yeah, this is
This is our third
Yeah,
year.
because you played the second year.
Mhm.
Yeah. The What Nows.
The What Nows, they're from Reading, Pennsylvania. Super cool. Two of those guys are also responsible parties of camp and a
They've
lot of the
also
things
been-
that RSM does.
They've been playing here for like 1,000 years too.
Yep.
Are we already down the whole lineup? now?
Working Class Stiffs from
Yeah.
Buffalo, New York.
Working class stiff.
Super, super, super cool. Like ska core, kind of fast paced, aggressive kind of ska. Very good. Very awesome people.
Okay.
Also camp affiliated.
It's true. Pink slip.
Pink Slip from Boston, Massachusetts. I have not seen them, but they sound super rad.
Yeah, I like them. I
Mhm.
was listening to them.
And what was the process like getting Catch 22?
So, talking to Laura about it, it was a lengthy process to see what bands can do it if they're able to do it. Just going through the motions with that. Something that it's still unfamiliar with me. So I have more to learn on getting nationals like that.
That was kind of something where when Laura got involved and asked you what you wanted to see happen, like that was your bucket list band.
Yeah.
So I think it was like the first one pursued. A lot of bands were pursued for this. It was like a extensive 3-month process of talking to agents and building this bill. I know she was talking to like Westbound Train and a lot of other like ska bands of that nature, a lot of which were just not available for December because holidays make it real hard for bands to travel like that.
It's a rough week.
But I mean, Catch 22 being from New Jersey, being able to just make the trip down, they were pretty quick and pretty excited to hop on the opportunity.
And Ray, how did you feel when they confirmed?
Oh, I was excited. I was like, oh, that was great. one of my favorite bands.
He was jumping up and down.
I have to
Yeah.
see you at a show, Ray, because I mean, you're
No,
saying you
it's,
go wild and you're breaking your hand, but here you're just like, yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Oh yeah, he's totally underestimating.
You're underselling this whole thing.
Come to Skalidays, especially during Folly's set, and you're going to be like, wow, he's going to kill someone.
Not that bad.
For such a little guy, he gets real scary in bits.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of that, I was at the Pucker Up Sheets balls thing on
That looks
Sunday.
so cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I kind of stayed away from the crowd. I'm old now. And Tom Snyder was there. And he was like, yeah, I don't get involved in that either. And he mentioned that one time, I don't know if you bumped into him and he didn't know it was you, but he had you by the back of the neck or something like that.
Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised because I swear every time that Ray goes to any show ever, he'll call me the next day and complain about, I almost got in a fight and I almost got kicked out and blah, blah, blah. And I say, well, what did you do? And he goes, well, just like dancing and, he was in my way.
yeah.
And I go,
Move out of my
okay.
way. It's
So that story's super believable.
So this might be like you might go extra this year with it being your last hurrah.
oh, probably.
Are you
We'll
gonna have
see.
video of this event? I think you need to have video of this event.
I don't know. I don't know if there's gonna be video. Is there gonna be video?
We talked to Disembark.
Oh yeah, there is gonna be video. Disembark is gonna do video. And then
I know Justin and Teresa are still waiting to talk to you about it too.
that's true. I'm very
Justin's going to listen to this while he's editing it, and he's going to be like, that fucking Ray.
You got me
That's
again.
right. I have to do that.
You got me again.
So the show is gonna be recorded. So that's more of a reason for people to actually come out,
I kind of want to come out just to see you.
as you should.
It's going to be really funny to watch.
I want to get the last moment of Ray's freedom.
That's right.
That's basically what's gonna happen. Many things are gonna happen at this show.
Wait, fireworks or what?
There's some cool big secrets
Okay.
and surprises to be in store. It's definitely something to see.
And it's at the Ritz. So, what made the Ritz the right home for Skalidays 2025?
So finding somewhere big enough to hold something like this is already a little bit tough in this area. But on top of that, just having something where I don't have to worry about the
production side,
just
and
many things that
Mhm.
that that I've had to handle in the past. Being able to just have everything done is a lot of weight on my shoulders or off my shoulders.
And I think Josh, like, I think it's cool to do it at the Ritz too, is because like Josh seems to be so community driven with
Mhm.
this theater, and like the whole project of him having this theater. It seemed like he really, really was trying to own this thing for the community. So like having a project like yours in there kind of fit the bill for the venue itself too.
And it's just seeing somebody even just bring in the amount of different type of acts that already got to play here. Fever 333, mostly the entire Warped Tour lineup, and then Afro Man got to play here. It's just it's fun.
Mm-hmm. I think it really came down to it's easier.
Yeah.
Last year I kind of yelled at him. I kind of like pinned him against the wall and I said, "That's it. You're doing it at the Ritz. I ain't handling it all for you anymore."
Yeah, actually, I didn't get a choice in the matter of picking the Ritz. I was threatened.
Yeah, book your show at the Ritz Theater. The prices are fantastic. The staff rules. You just like literally cannot spend your money any better.
You're gonna pay out more money. And I know this from doing it. You're gonna pay out more money than you would if you would just do your show at the Ritz.
It's the cost of like where he was at last year renting St. Mary's Center, because that place is so wildly expensive. Like it is borderline, like might as well move to the cultural center.
Right.
Expensive.
Okay.
And then the cost of renting PA, paying sound, doing all that stuff. Like when you compare that to like what Josh is like doing, just the price he's doing it just to help the community,
Mhm.
like it's untouchable.
Yeah.
It's a really great thing what he's doing there.
Well, it helps that he's like been in the business before too. Like he's obviously a musician himself, and he's kind of seen both sides as a business
Mhm.
person and also like being in a band. So it's cool that there's a venue like that here. It's cool that he's supportive of things like
Absolutely.
this. And, I mean, he's got to fill dates too. It's like
Mhm.
use it, take advantage.
That's right.
Of it. It's there.
That is right.
So
True.
basically, what you meant was you pay out more doing it at like St. Mary's than you would necessarily do it at the Ritz because of everything kind of being in house.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. What was were there any big challenges putting this together this year?
Yeah.
I think like our biggest challenge right now is getting these tickets sold. Like this, the biggest challenge is the expense as far as like talent budget goes. Not at liberty to talk about how much, but it's like not a cheap show. It's
Sure.
it's just not local bands playing for the door.
Mhm.
Every single band is on that bill is getting paid, because that's just how like at least like, I mean, I can't even say it's just RSM. You're the same way.
Mhm.
Every single band is getting paid, and it is a very big expense, and people just don't really like to do the pre-sale thing. They don't. It's
I think
and I
that's like
get it.
everywhere.
I'm
right?
not much better. Yeah, it's definitely an everywhere thing. I'm definitely not much better.
No.
I went to that Let Live show at the Ritz, and it wasn't until a half hour before the band started playing that I decided that I was going to that show. But I think that's like a big challenge is like it's getting the word out there, getting people excited that it's here, especially with the shows happening in Philadelphia, New Jersey, and things like that. As far as like the RSM side of things go, I think that's like been somewhat the hardest. That and completing a bill and getting people to travel so close to Christmas as far as like bands on the lineup goes. Like that's not easy to do either.
Well, like
Right.
4 days before
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, I mean you're close. The weekend before.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I try to make it a little bit earlier in the year, but this made more sense.
It worked out because I
Yeah.
mean, you have like Traverse the Abyss's like Mosh for Tots and stuff that happened the same weekend as last year
Mhm.
as Skalidays, you know, and two like really strong, awesome like local shows in that matter. Like it is like a lot better that for both parties, like splitting those dates away from each other this year.
Yeah. I think that's hard too. Like especially nowadays. I feel like maybe like I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago there was like big events maybe once a month.
Mm.
And you can
Mhm.
kind of like do those big events each month.
Yep.
Now I feel like every weekend there's like a million things going on. And it's like you're always trying to compete with somebody else.
Yep.
And it's hard.
It is a hard game. But it kind of makes it fun and exciting. It's fun to like every day check the numbers, check the stats, see how things are going on all fronts. It's a game.
And what do tickets go for?
Oh, 43, and that includes taxes.
Oh, but there is a sale happening right now with code Riot25 for 25% off until the 28th of this month, November.
I don't know when this is going to come out.
That's fine.
It won't be before the 28th of November. So
That's all right.
scratch
Justin,
that.
cut that out. Justin, cut that out.
Cut.
So yeah, $43, including your taxes.
I like that. No 3% service charge
No.
after the fact.
Everything's included.
Everyone-
So it's like,
Everyone's doing.
I mean, it's like that. It's like that thing where we'll just make the ticket the same price.
Yeah.
But slightly less, but it becomes the same price.
I don't know as much about the ticketing
No.
as Laura does.
Yeah.
That's her like serious specialty.
Well, it's another thing too. Like, people think, oh, $43, but like you're getting how many bands?
7, 8 bands.
7, 8 bands.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's crazy too. Like even like a local club, like people scoff at a $5 cover charge or a $10
Mhm.
cover charge. And there's 4 bands. It's like, you understand that these guys have to get paid, right?
Right. You can't
They're
get
not
lawn
making a lot.
tickets at Montage for under $60.
No.
Yeah, true.
So when we get a lineup like that, $40. I mean, it's like just barely enough to cover the expense of doing it
Yeah.
in the first place. And it's really just set as low as we possibly can do for people and still bring like national acts through.
And that's like another thing. With bringing in the bands that are coming in this year, it's definitely a big changer than what I was doing the last previous years. We're doing like 8-9 band lineups and charging $10, $12. It wasn't always easy.
It's definitely a bigger price jump from previous years, but I mean the lineup is just that
It's bigger.
it's bigger. It's better.
Well, yeah. Well, I feel like you can probably charge that for just Catch 22 alone.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
So we talked about challenges. What part of it was surprisingly easy?
I'll get in the venue. Working with Josh. That was the
Yeah,
easiest
he was just so happy and excited to do it. So I introduced Josh and Laura last year's while Skalidays was actively happening. I walked her from St. Mary's over to the Ritz. I introduced the two because I knew Laura wanted to start bringing some nationals through, and I'm almost 90% sure I'm remembering it correctly that when we told him that we were down to St. Mary's for Skalidays, he looked at us and go, "Why isn't Ray doing that here?" Like,
It's true. You smacked me in the back of the head when you came back.
that's right. So, I mean, yeah, the easiest part is definitely like how quick and awesome Josh was to respond to
Yeah,
would
it was
respond to
just
you about
almost
doing it.
immediate. Like I remember when I first was gonna book my date there, I just walked in while he was there, and I just I asked him like, "Is this date available? I'm interested in having it here," and he's like, "The date's available," and then I just did a down deposit, and that was it. It was over in like maybe 15 minutes.
Hmm.
Super simple. And what a cool building too. I mean, not only do you have that theater, you have Noir, which is a restaurant. I think there's a tattoo shop
Yep.
in there as well.
Ice cream shop is
Ice cream,
super
yeah.
cool.
I haven't
Yeah.
had any of the ice
Oh,
cream
it's
in there.
good.
Is it?
Yeah. The black ice cream turns your poop blue for like a couple days. It's
I was going
fun.
to ask you about that. Does it happen?
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
That's very real.
I want to have that.
Yeah,
Just
kind
to,
of. But yeah, the whole theater in itself really like fits the vibe of like punk rock and
Yeah.
ska
Mhm.
and all that too.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I like that entire environment.
Mhm.
It's fun. There's a mead place there.
That's true.
downtown Scranton, alive and well.
That's right.
And it's an all ages show,
It is.
which tends to be rare these days. I mean, why was that important to have an all ages show there? Have this be an all ages show?
So it's always going to be all ages. That's one thing that I kind of set my mind on when doing this. I know when I first started booking shows, that was like the main goal, is to do like every show that I do, all ages. Now it's almost near to impossible to do an all ages show in this area, just because there's no place to have it. But having it at the Ritz definitely helps keeping that all age momentum. And then it just kind of sets me back when I was younger, when I was like 13. How I actually first met Kyle. Just going to shows and being able to see, all these cool bands that I'm still into now.
Yeah, I remember like playing at the Wolf Pub and you sneaking in and
Yeah.
old grumpy drunk bastard Pete yelling at you and screaming at you to get out and stuff.
Snuck in there, snuck into the Keys.
Yeah, I could definitely see why all ages is important to you.
Well, because like at that time, having only like a handful of venues, when you're younger, it's hard to even just see any kind of bands in that area to begin with. When growing up, I was fortunate. I was around for Metro, I was around for Redwood, but then just in Scranton, we only had really the New Visions and Vintage Theater to even just do shows at. So being able to just, go there, it's just, you don't realize how good you had it until like now it's gone. Now you can't do anything anymore.
I think for the sake of the genre too, like it's super important to offer all ages events, especially for punk rock and ska music. I mean, it's just not really offered to like younger people in general. I mean, you talk to kids in high school today and the 99.9% of them are just going to have no idea what you're talking about. So, I mean, being able to offer all ages for something like that, whether they come or not, I think is at least like trying to do your part in keeping that alive. And you do always have, like, for Skalidays, you always have kids. You have like Jess, who brings Ox, and God, how old is he now? Like 12?
Is he?
11 or 12 years old, and you'll see him in the pit all night throwing arms. Like the kid absolutely rules, and he's like the next generation of this thing. My daughter, she's 3.5. She's been to every single Skalidays that you've done.
Yeah. There was a bunch of kids last year.
Yeah.
For that Sergeant Scagnetti set, they threw out a bunch of foam swords. So being able to even have all those kids get involved was like super cool.
Yeah, you look at like when ska was big in like the late 80s and all throughout the 90s, and you like that generation of people who love that music are all now like parents. And I think like even as far as like offering this kind of thing for the kids is just as important as like offering a fun, supportive, safe place for parents to bring their children to enjoy like the things that made them happy
Yeah.
growing up.
And you don't really have to worry about like really anything. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's something that they can experience together too, which I think is very important.
Very important. That's absolutely my favorite aspect of all of this.
Yeah, my son is 8, my daughter's 3, and I don't think I've taken him to a show yet, which is terrible. He's not big into like that loud music.
Right.
So I don't know if he would like. I didn't have, like,
Scott's not really loud. That's
No,
it's
no,
picking the right environment too. I mean,
Yeah.
like it's hard to like take your kid to the mountain or something where it's like
Yeah.
it is loud wherever you are. But I
Yeah.
mean, there's some things like I always tried to bring like my kid to like Danny Peo Horror Film Fest. We could stand over by the vendors away from the bands, watch the bands. It's reasonable. It's not in their face and too much for the kids.
That's why I kind of like the Ritz, because like the Ritz has that lobby,
Mhm.
and now they have like a TV right there. Now that they show all the shows going on at
Mhm.
that moment, so you can even just stay in that lobby if it's too loud in there.
Yeah, and I think our generation still wants to be able to go to shows,
Mhm.
and it's nice to be able to bring your kids because you want to share that experience with them, but also you still want to go to these shows. So it's like, all right, well, I have a kid, so if the kid can't come, I can't go either. So it's nice to be able to kind of have that option.
Absolutely.
Maybe I should bring him to this one.
You should.
All ages.
It
It's
is.
a very important thing.
Well, yeah, I
And-
mean, think about introducing like that, like you said, next generation to like I didn't have that growing up. And I remember when I turned 18, I wanted to be 21 so bad, just because I wanted to be able to go see bands.
Yeah.
Metro wasn't on my radar for whatever reason. I don't know why. I mean, I grew up in the country, so like going out to the quote unquote big city of Wilkes-Barre,
Yeah,
Scranton was
right.
like a big deal.
That was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and my parents weren't into stuff like that. My mom was always big into music, but like not like music that I wanted to see.
Mhm.
Like I want to listen to.
I know it was super hard like growing up for me too. Like I mean we had like Cafe Metro, Vintage Theater, all of those things, but I mean like I remember how difficult it was like I remember Nate Montella's dad, Mark Montella, sneaking us into Hiles when I definitely wasn't old enough to be there. And they would just be like, all right, fine, you can stay for an hour, but then you guys all have to go. You know what I mean? It was just like such a fight to just be around live music when you're younger. And it's definitely not getting any easier.
Yeah, do you think it's almost not saying it's a lost art, but like I feel like there's just not enough of that youth involvement, whether you allow all ages or not. It just like I feel like it's not something that kids do.
I think that's like our way of failing the younger generations, though.
I don't think they
Like-
know about it. I think that's what it is.
I think it's
like,
an economical thing. Like if you think about it, like all of these venues are 21 and up. Why? Because they have to sell alcohol to pay the bills.
Right.
Like, I mean, you can't rent a place in Scranton, Pennsylvania that you can reasonably have bands play in without having some source of serious income to keep the place open and to pay the rent on the high rents on these places. And the only real way of doing that is like alcohol sales.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
I'll tell you right now, I'm where I'm living right now, there is a VFW down the street from me, and the urge for me to book all ages shows in this VFW that I don't even think is open because I never see it open. But
think if it's offered more, I think the kids are bored enough to go check it out. And I think there could be a revival if it was more readily available every weekend to them.
that's the one thing I will say about the hardcore scene now is that it's very, very youth involved compared to when I was going to shows. When I was going to shows, it was like me and then like like 25-year-old dudes at these shows.
Mm.
Where now it's like I'm like one of the oldest people at the show now, and there's like 40 like 15-year-olds.
But again, I think at least our hardcore scene, and I'm really not involved with it, but from what I could tell is they fight for everything to be all ages.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
I remember like Caleb, who owns Bizarre Skate Shop.
Yeah.
Years ago, my ska band and his hardcore band Maniac used to play together a lot. And I remember they had just a straight up rule that they do not play shows unless they are all ages. And I think that's like translated very well with the hardcore scene. And I think that's why it is such a staple of our area to begin with, is they're at least offering that to a younger generation.
I think they're forcing their way into spots too. There's a place called the Triangle Club.
Yeah.
Which is
I just saw that. That Haywire show. Oh,
so I used to shoot darts at the Triangle Club. I was in a traveling dart league, and
okay.
I've actually attended. So above the bar is like I guess it's considered kind of like a banquet area.
Mm-hmm.
But so I've been in like birthday parties up there and like that. So when I saw kids doing like shows there, I'm like, wow, this is incredible.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, the neon in the window says Triangle Club is good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, it's cool that they're just like forcing their way into places, because there's not a lot of places to play. You don't have Metro anymore. I always say I would if I had money that I didn't care about, I would open a venue tomorrow.
Absolutely.
But to what you're saying, it's like
a lot of people in this area
to pay the rent. Like it's like impossible.
It's absolutely impossible to do that, and to do that in like at least in a way of which you're not like robbing artists.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you see there's just places and stuff, but they'll have like some stipulations where it's like, oh, like, you'll make the door after the first $300. We got to pay the sound. We got to pay this person. I got to pay bills and yada, yada. And none of those places ever stayed open, because even then it's like a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And, then the artists are, you're taking away from them as well, who absolutely deserve their money. So I don't know. It's definitely like a really difficult predicament to be in. And then you have like Ken at Union Vapors, who is just the nicest dude in this music scene right now, who just realized, hey, I have this shop.
Mm-hmm.
I have the money right now to invest in this PA and backline, and I'm seeing all of these bands not have a place to play. And he's right now he's doing this just out of the kindness of his heart. The bands are making 100% of the door. He's paying the sound guy out of pocket. He's paying like, a couple employees to stand behind the counter just in case out of his pocket. And I mean, like, how many people are out there? Like, everyone going to these shows, they're not all there to buy vapes,
right?
It's just out of kindness. He has a very stable business operating throughout the week, and he's just doing something nice to give back to the community on the weekends. It's people like him who just like have some source of resource to keep the bills paid, but to give back to the community, that I could see like being a very important part of the revival as well.
Yeah.
It's important. I also like the location. Mm-hmm. It's away from everything. It's all businesses up there. So it's like there's not really a reason to get like a noise odorant or anything like that.
Yeah, we kind of got lucked out with Ken.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah, I saw him in passing at the I think it was the Steamtown Music Awards.
Okay.
But I never had the pleasure to talk to him like that length.
He's a fun dude.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Now, what kind of impact do you hope this event has on the younger or newer bands in the area?
So I mean, like the impact is just to pretty much bring more and more people into this genre, to just make it even bigger. I mean, it's more of like, these were bands that I grew up listening to. They were, definitely one of my favorite bands. And then it's just like being able to show more of this community to a younger generation is definitely the goal there. Because then it just kind of helps keep making it alive.
Yeah, I imagine just introducing, new artists to hopefully a younger audience, and
Mhm.
You know, just showing that there are things to do and there are, you know,
Absolutely.
the scene.
This genre of music is very positive. The community is very positive. It's like it definitely feels like a safe place for anyone of any age.
What's the craziest or funniest behind the scenes moment from planning this year? Anything?
There's some things I can say, but they're secrets.
There's things you can't.
No,
There's definitely things we can't say yet. There's some big secrets happening.
No, but I mean, as far as like, is there anything like, you know,
I'll spell a secret.
Oh,
So my band, The Chemical Imbalance, will be playing, and we got this beautiful young man to agree to get in his sweet body lifting uniform, and he's going to work out on stage for us.
oh, am I still doing that?
You sure are.
you're gonna work out on stage? Like
I've got
push-ups and
baby
stuff?
pictures of Ray to put on the projector the whole night.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Give a little view of what the future sweet baby Ray looks like.
That's exactly right.
Oh, no. This kid is gonna look one of two people, and it's not gonna be looking like me or Junie. It's gonna look like either Lionel Richie
I could see it.
or
Okay.
with the hair that this
could-
kid will have.
I could see it.
Both of us have really curly hair, so it's a gamble. I already had one of my friends say that they're gonna look like Lionel Richie with this hair.
I agree.
I'm for it.
I don't know. I mean, I think this year's Skaliday seems like it's been pretty easy, straightforward as far as planning has been.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't really complain about the entire situation.
Laura really came in and like locked down the lineup pretty steadily without any real issue. Josh and the Ritz makes things super easy as far as getting in there and making things happen and making things work. I think it seems to have been pretty straightforward, pretty fun.
All right. Well, this is going
Absolutely.
too smoothly. I don't like this. How about past? How about past
You're
years?
gonna make
Anything like
everything
crazy,
rough
like
now.
blowout fights that you guys had? Just like planning over the years. Any crazy outside of you breaking your hand? Well, this is a different show, but like anything crazy happened over the last years that you could share?
I yell at Ray every year.
It's true.
Violently yell at him.
Yeah.
So last year was my favorite because I said, you know what, man, I'm not mixing it. You know, all of our friends are coming, driving all the way into town. My band's playing. I just kind of want to enjoy being someone in a band at a show for once. I'm not doing it. So, you know, like it was a collaborative effort between like MKP and Justin Teresa is providing the production, and Summer Costco came and ran the sound.
Yeah.
And I came in early for the load in to help Summer set it all up.
Mm-hmm.
Just being nice. And
That's how we get you.
yeah, Ray started like instantly, like, you know, bands are asking about backline and yada yada. And I caught Ray saying, I don't know, talk to Kyle. I pinned this dude up against the wall so fucking fast. I was just like, no, this is not my job today.
And I still did it.
He still did it all night.
I don't know how to answer these
There's
technical
always
questions.
lots of fun fights, but it's really just yelling at Ray. It's not really a fight.
All right.
Yeah, I think everybody just likes to yell at me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think everyone needs that kind of that person, you know.
I mean,
It's very therapeutic for a lot of people in this area, Ray. When
yeah,
you take that verbal beating.
that's all people like to do to me. It's fine. It's it's fine. I'll be everybody's punching bag.
Yeah, but we all love you and support you, so it's okay.
It's it's out of love,
Feel
right?
the love.
It
It's
is.
out of love.
I feel the love.
Who do you think is going to surprise people the most on December 20th?
I mean, I'm really excited to see Pink Slip opening up. That's already like definitely one of the sets that I'm really excited for. Other than that,
Yeah, I think they're the only band on this bill that I haven't seen, and I'm like really stoked for it. I think it's gonna be I think it's going to be something.
Working class stiffs have so much energy during their sets. I love seeing working class stiffs.
Mhm.
One of my
There is
favorite
going to
bands.
be a fun secret little collaboration between the Chemical Imbalance and Catch 22 that's going to happen. That should be fun and exciting and surprising. Hopefully, now that I didn't, everyone knows it's going to happen.
Well, no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Where do you see Skalidays going in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years.
Yeah. 2 years,
Ideally,
whatever.
I mean, like the end game for Skalidays is trying to get Real Big Fish to do Happy Skalidays in full. I think that would be cool.
Okay.
I was going to ask you if you had like a dream band to headline. I guess.
Yeah. No, it would be Real Big Fish with the album Happy Skalidays. That would be cool to see.
Yeah, that would actually be something really neat to see.
Yeah.
I don't listen to them that much, but I think that if they played that album, that would be really, really, really cool thing to happen here.
Yeah, but I mean, I think in the next couple of years, you could probably see a lineup with like Big D, Toasters, just probably some bands like that within the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think it's only up from here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's on that trajectory, right? It's every year. It's better bands. I don't want to say better bands, but bigger bands. The venues is solid. I mean, you're on that path.
And
Absolutely.
That's the idea. Just try to make it bigger every year. Trying to bring in bands. Sometimes I like to throw in reunions. I'm a big reunion guy. So seeing like Slightly Askew do a reunion last year was
really cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I know a lot of people like just came out solely because there was like that type of reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
I think you also did that with Keystone.
Keystone Ska Exchange did that too, yeah. And then they did their last show for me too. So that was really fun because you went to that one. I don't know. We should see what Tom May's doing.
Yeah, right.
Bob and the Sackets.
This is the most positive answer to that response that I've ever heard him, or that question that I've ever heard him give.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's only up from here.
We'll end it with some positivity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for anyone who's listening who's never been to Skalidays, why should they make this year their first one?
This is the year that I think it's really going to be the first year that really sets it off. So going to this one is probably one of the more important years to even go to.
This is the first step from a small local community event to what feels more as a
actual show,
a music concert, festival style concert.
Yeah.
I
feel like that. I've never been to one. I feel like the lineup and the venue and looking at where you started to kind of where you're at now. I mean, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if people wanted to get tickets, how do they do that?
There is a ticket link for Riot Squad Media that is selling the tickets. You can find it on their socials. You can find it on my social. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, check it out at Riot Squad Media on Facebook and Instagram. There's ticket links on all the posts, as well as the Diavolo booking.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there an event page for it?
There is an event
is.
page.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm
You
sure
will
it's there
you
too.
can find that on Facebook as well.
Circuit Breaker, Scranton Skalidays.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, anything else that people should know about this year's event?
You're gonna have to come and see all the secrets that we can't say.
I know.
All the true fun that's stored is unfortunately secrets, and you're gonna have to come and see for yourself.
It's definitely worth going. It's
gonna
worth
be fun.
that $43 ticket.
I mean, if nothing else, this is like Ray's death day.
That exactly.
Yeah.
Like if you know Ray Meoni, if you like Ray Meoni and you want to see him cry, buy your tickets. Show up December 20th to the Ritz Theater for Skalidays.
You want to see me cry?
He's gonna cry.
Okay.
I love it. Well, I wish you best of luck. Hopefully, I can be in attendance. It's very hard these days. I see. I wouldn't be
feel
getting
that.
paid to be there, so it's like,
Yeah.
ooh.
I know.
Yeah.
It's super hard.
But the good thing is typically my sister-in-law is in town like the week leading up to Christmas from California, so it's like, we're
This
doing
is like a
Get a little
family
buffer there,
thing.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
But she's coming in early. She's coming in like the first week of December. So I'm not going to have any kind of unless my wife has some kind of surprise for me that I have to do that weekend. I
They
should be.
usually do.
They do. Yeah, she's probably already told me, and I've probably already forgotten. And
Yep.
then they obviously be like, I told her this 3 months ago. And I'm like, yeah, well,
That's right.
I know that
That's
she
3
does
months
have
ago.
her company holiday party on the 19th. So that shouldn't get in the way.
All right, we'll stop in for the hair of the dog when you're.
Oh, there's a pre-show going
There's
on.
a pre-show.
Yeah, there's a pre-show
right.
on the 19th.
Oh yeah, we forgot to say that there is a pre-show to the Skalidays party happening at Union Vapors. It is how much at the door?
It's $10 at the door, or if you get the VIP ticket, it includes your entry to the pre-party.
And that pre-party is like other bands or
Mhm.
Yeah. So we're gonna have Fire Set by Kings. They're from Lehigh Valley. We're also gonna have the Squanches. There is Prize Fighter from New York, Middletown, New York, and then Goblin City Rat Boys are also gonna play this too, which
Super
I'm
fun.
excited to see
Me
them
too.
again.
so you're taking over the weekend in Scranton. Love it.
That's right.
Hell yeah. Well, Ray, Kyle, thanks so much for letting us know about
It was a
Skalidays.
pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Yeah.
I said Ray and Kyle, and Siri is trying to talk to me on my phone. That's weird.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's creepy. Well, we'll end at that before she tries to
All right.
take over our conversation. But yeah, best of luck. December 20th, Skalidays, the Ritz Theater in downtown Scranton. Best of luck to you guys, and
Thank you.
hopefully
Thank
I'll
you.
see you there.
All right.
right.
I'll see you.
We'll see you.